downtown. And let's go straight.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. McCollum dishes to Lillard. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. To the middle, here's Morris. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Powell, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kwai is driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Here's Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
Here's George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kwai there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Lillard missing. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. A 3 from McCollum. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that one drops. Leonard's got 6.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Lillard from outside. Good on the three-point shot.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
That shot, no good. And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice, pregame. These are the shots that I'm taking. And I think when you spend so much time doing it, it becomes a quality shot for you when you put the time in. And if it wasn't a comfortable shot and a shot that I felt like I could knock down comfortably, I wouldn't take it.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Kennard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Kennard's got his first bucket of the night.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside and finds himself a shot.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And that one drops for him.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Now, here's Kennard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
That free throw, good from Kennard.
Well, in high school, Kennard was named Ohio's Mr. Basketball twice. Only a handful of guys have done that, and almost all of them went on to become NBA greats.
Powell kicks to Nurkic. Jackson against Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
George, that's a two-pointer. They get it again. Jackson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jackson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Here's Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
Well, Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble.
George from deep three-point land. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Clippers lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open shots, my ball handling.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period, they built up an 8-point lead. Checking out the Clippers. Kenny, what's your viewpoint? Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Pass to George. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction. Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
McCollum outside. Now the pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Leonard against Powell. Outside Leonard. Jacks up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 13.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from three. Boy, how times have changed.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 11. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then there's Batum, that's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 2. Clippers leading by 11. Rondo scanning the floor. Releases from 15. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, look, if you're out there with Rondo, you find some open space, and he's going to find you.
And a deep three from Lillard. The long-distance three is buried.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Outside, George. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Pass to man. Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kwai Leonard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. On the wing, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
Here's the Clippers. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Now Leonard. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of